Arise, minions, and welcome to unMadeGaming. We are back for another episode of Paradise City. We have the full crew here, despite the stationary position that Kitty has taken. She is here, in fact. So yeah, let's jump into this thing. If you guys like what we do here and you want to support the channel, join us on Patreon. That's the best way. The second best way is join us on the Twitch sub. Links for those, both those down below. Join us on the Discord. Discord. Be a part of the conversation. Join the community. All that fun stuff. And last but not least, in the bottom right-hand corner, you will see the corruption bar. That bar serves two purposes. One is when that bar fills, I get to do what the hell I want to these wonderful players here. And two, every single dollar that goes into that bar goes back to these wonderful, amazing faces you see here before you. That being said, previously on Paradise City. Missing after their encounter with Dr. Angel, Judd had been wandering the streets, seemingly in search of a place with no distinct address, owned by a man whose name he did not know. Given cryptic answers and even more cryptic clues, Judd headed back to the Ace of Spades Detective Agency to confer with his fellow detectives about the current case. Finding several additional break-ins matching the original description, the crew splits up to get a jump on the criminals. We pan in to the Yamashiro building in the fading sunlight of the day, where a tall, well-dressed, attractive Italian woman places a hand on your shoulder and asks, "How's your friend?" before smiling and walking towards the glass doors that you had just entered from, leaving you there, assumedly mouth agape, standing with your father, who just stepped out of the elevator. Artemis, what are you doing? Besides panicking.
Besides panicking. I've been thinking this over for like the last 2 weeks and I never came up with an answer.
Perfect. Those are my favorite.
It's like, okay. I think she might take a second, try to gather her composure, and kind of yell off. I haven't heard from Friday in a while. After we got to a certain point, he bailed. Hope he's doing all right.
I haven't heard anything either. Click, clack, click, clack of the high heels as they walk down the tiled floor.
Dad?
Yes?
Didn't know you know Miss Belladonna.
Well, I didn't know that you knew her.
Okay, that's fair. Met her trying to figure out things out before.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What's your relationship? It seems rather strained.
What I know of her, it would be hard to tell.
Okay. To what do I owe this honor?
I wanted to come in and check things out, and kind of, me, get a feel for things before I came in tomorrow. And I wanted to see who I would run into hanging out at the office late.
Well, myself, I'm here. Mrs. Belladonna's here.
Right. I wanted to see about the charity things. She pauses for a moment. Been working a case, actually.
There it is.
Wouldn't be me if it wasn't.
It sure wouldn't.
Seems a lot of people in the warehouse district that have given to your charity happen to be getting robbed right now. It's the only things I have tying them together.
And you think...
I think I would like to figure out who to watch out for.
I would say, anyone with a black and white striped shirt, perhaps a bandana over the eyes.
I meant which businesses to look after.
Mustache.
I think they would be a little less generous if they've been completely robbed of everything.
I mean, I would assume as such myself. Do you have a name for these businesses?
She'd pull out her notepad, which would have the list circling what Diana's delicates at
Diana's
the bottom.
Delicates, yeah.
These are the ones that have been hit. There's also another warehouse, a big, short, fat, angry dude, and this last one. We think, based on the pattern, this is where they're gonna hit next. But I got people watching it. That's all I can think of to do right now.
A short, fat, angry dude, as you said. He's reeks of cigar smoke.
Oh yes, not very polite.
That's Carter. Mr.
Carter?
Worf. Carter
Mr.
Worf.
I didn't ask the name of the business because he, well, it seemed very less than legal, and I'm trying to figure out my balance.
he doesn't own that place. He is just a foreman there.
Right.
But if it's the building that he works for, that's called Rahu and Ketu Imports.
Writes it down. Interesting.
I believe they're in the spice trade. I'm not entirely sure.
He inferred a whole lot of other things that were not spice, but that...
Well, as far as I know, they trade spice. It's an import-export company, like most of the things at the docks. And that's all I'm concerned with.
Fair enough.
So, Rahu, Sanchez, Polaris. And you said you think that Diana's is next.
Based on the info I got, checking off how many buildings they skipped, this is supposed to be the one either tonight or very soon.
What are they stealing? Like these first two, the Rahu and Ketu, the Sanchez and Sons, they import food, as far as I understand. Mm-hmm. Polaris and Nixian, they are technology importers, and Diana's is...
Molly knew about that one. We're good.
Oh. So, what are they stealing? They have nothing in common, really.
So, the first thing they steal is the doors. Don't ask me to explain it further than that, because it doesn't make any more sense than that. That's just the doors go missing.
Okay.
The first one, I actually climbed up there, took a look in, and entire thing was wiped out. There was nothing in there.
Oh. Well, that's quite a bit of stealing.
Yeah, it's I'm surprised there aren't more people pissed off for causing a fuss, but I don't know. This came to me from a police cadet that didn't understand what was happening and didn't think anybody was taking it seriously, so I turned out to be even weirder than I could have imagined.
I mean, I would assume it'd be easy to clean out a warehouse without doors, but it would still take quite a large crew of people, I would imagine. These aren't small warehouses, and spice, foodstuffs, electronics, crates, all gets very heavy. I assume Diana's is probably lighter, but I would imagine still quite heavy.
Yeah. That part we haven't been able to figure out. There's not a lot of things left behind. Clues.
Is there
was
some kind of underground market for these things?
If there is, I haven't run into it before. I mean, there's always a market for everything, especially the electronics. The food would make sense for who we think is doing it, but the computers and the lingerie and quote unquote spice, it's not matching up. So I don't know if this crew is working for somebody or they seem to be well equipped.
Is this being reported through the normal? And he kind of like motions to where a badge would be on you. Police
like
chains.
like I said, a cadet brought it to me, or a young boot at the very least, and he didn't want to take it back to work because, I mean, you heard me say it. The doors are missing.
So is
And the first one, it made sense why he wasn't going to report it to the cops, but
yeah, no, that is weird.
and I know Sanchez and Sons, their warehouse doesn't look like it's doing very much down there, and they have an office here somewhere.
Yeah, 48, 78, one of the 48, I think, four. They all do, all 5 of them.
All of them have offices here.
Yeah, they all 5 of them are. And he like looks over at the security guy in the circular desk, and the security guy like looks at him, and then you just see him put on headphones, and he says, all 5 companies are they're actually owned by a holding company. The holding company is called hold on, and he pulls out a nearly identical phone to the one you have, and you see him just kind of scroll through. What is this one? Not this one. Not this one. Who are you? Get out of here. It's I think it's Greek. Matikas. I don't speak Greek. Matikas holding and investments.
Ideas holding and investments.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it's a company that they own a dozen or so companies, at least as far as I'm aware. It's a holding firm. Their companies are too small to have their own stockholders, so it's kind of they all kind of pool in together,
Interesting.
So all the charity work we get through them comes through Maitika's holding investments.
Well, and I wanted to come talk to you or the Atropos sisters because if these businesses are getting hit, then our charity's going to take a hit as well. So that seemed important to figure out.
That's interesting because it's the first. Has this been going on for a while, or?
I think we're looking at around a week, maybe a little bit longer.
Okay, I guess that makes sense. I haven't heard anything, so it's the. You know what? You know what? Just hold on a second. And he like scrolls through his phone. You see him like hit a few keys, and then he kind of. Nassos, do you have any contacts at the Maitikas, whatever the Greek holding company, 448? Yeah. Okay. Great. If you could get in touch with them, it's my daughter's here. She has an issue with stolen doors and merchandise or something. Potentially could relate to charity. We're just kind of looking into it. Okay, great. And he hangs on the phone. He says, well, I have... one of my guys is going to reach out to their company, discuss and see what's happening. If they know about it, if it's being reported at least upward, if not towards the police, the guys at Maitikas Holding would probably know something about it.
Do they have any direct competition? Somebody that's been trying to buy them out?
I mean, there's several holding companies in the city, but their holdings are very varied, so it's not like they just have the food industry or the spice industry or electronics. It's kind of a...
Yeah.
So no one's directly impacted by their acquisitions, at least not as far as I'm aware. We're not that close.
Gotcha.
You said you were looking for the Atropos sisters.
Yeah, I didn't know if they would, I mean, you've given me a lot of the information I was gonna ask them, but I don't know if they know some of these owners personally, I would imagine.
Oh,
Uh,
perhaps a charity dinner or something that they organize. Um, I was talking to Belladonna on the way down, and her daughters aren't in the building.
Daughters?
Yeah, Belladonna Atropos.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I haven't had a coffee in a while. My brain's a little. I honestly need to lay off the caffeine. My office manager's been pouring it down my throat.
Your long hours as a half charity employee, half cop ish.
Yeah, private detective. We're in Sam's old building actually.
Oh,
Should come down sometime. Or not.
all
That's
right.
fine.
Schedule that
You know,
in November I have a day.
right. You seem or talked to Polly lately. I checked on him a little while ago, made sure his security system was still working. He doing all right?
As far as I know, he called me after something about dealing with you a month ago, and that was about the last time I heard from him.
Sounds about right. Okay. Um, yeah, I was gonna leave him a note or leave my phone number for them or
For Polly? I'm sure he has.
no, the Atropos sisters. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, if you... I mean, you can just... Oh, you can't. Yeah, come on. And he moves back towards the elevator, and you get in. You see the typical Christmas tree of floors, and he pulls out a business card that is metal and has it's not a QR, an NFC chip, and he taps it to this spot on the wall and then hits A. And it goes up all of the numbers and then continues through the entire alphabet to the top floor of the Yamashiro building. Says, you can't actually get back down from here without the... So, and he kind of holds the door of the elevator. Says, it's the only door, so if you want to stick a note to it.
Oh, just right here?
Yeah, it's...
Oh, do they have their own floor?
Yeah, the whole thing.
Oh, I really do need to come in tomorrow. All right, I'll. She walks
we
up.
We don't have a floor, so.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
She walks up to the door, puts her card in. Is there anything she would see that would be interesting, or she could
from the elevator
memorize?
From the elevator, it's super bland. There's about it comes out of the elevator, and there's about a 10-foot hallway, and that ends in a door, and that's it. The whole rest of this top floor of the building is whatever it is. So you can't actually see anything but the door. You would notice with your cop tendencies. You ever see the movie Limitless?
No.
Okay. Well, this is you would need power tools to break into this door.
Oof. Okay.
It's the door equivalent of a safe. No one is breaking in here kind of thing. So for whatever that's worth, it is a metal door. Judging by the door frame, it's lag bolted in, and the frame surrounding the door is also metal. So no amount of breaching charges are getting you through this. You need a tank to drive up the elevator into this place.
While I'm sticking the card in the door, I'm gonna sneakily take a photo of it to send to Judd.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you slip your. Is there anything written on your business card?
Call me as soon as possible. Going to be here in the late morning.
Okay. And then I assume you head back towards the elevator?
Yes.
Okay. So as you kind of slide this in there,
Didn't bring my power tools with me.
Right, of course. The
Hold on, Dad. Break it in real quick.
the tick 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 of your nail across the phone, the face of your phone, kind of goes off with a ba-ding as the message sends, and the camera kind of transitions out down the elevator shaft, out through the building, and follows the ethereal power lines that our cell phones run on into the night, as there is an SUV, there is a car that Judd is sitting in. And Judd, as you are sitting there, and I assume there's some kind of conversation from Molly, whether you listen or not, you hear ba-boom on your phone, and you have a text message from Artemis.
I don't look. Texting and driving, very dangerous. No, I'm just kidding.
you are parked outside of Diana's Delicacies. To be clear.
Yeah, no, I'll take the message.
Okay. It is a picture of a very intense looking door.
But she doesn't provide any context, right?
Nope, she just texted you a picture of a door.
Jed's gonna be like, hey, Molly, I think this text was meant for you. It's some kind of weird sex thing, I'm sure.
Why would she send weird sex things to you? For you
I've
to show
said
to
it's
me.
probably meant for you. It was probably an accident.
We're not trying to include you, Judd, okay?
I don't know what kind
of sick, weird sex fantasy you have about me.
Not that.
And
it's not
my
that.
beautiful Audie,
Sure.
but you're going too far.
Not going anywhere. She's texting me.
Yeah, exactly. Then it's for you.
Well, you have any idea what this
what is
fucking
it?
means? I mean,
He'll snatch that out of his hand
yeah.
and look at it.
Yeah, it is a door. It is a it's not like a glassed office door. It's like a solid framed door. You can see there are recessed bolts in the door frame of the door, which also looks fairly thick. There's a very tiny, you can probably guess, digital eye camera where you would kind of peek through the hole. And it just says
just
A.
a fucking door. It's literally just a fucking door.
This door, this is is Audie trying to break into a bank?
She wouldn't
Is
do
the
that
company
without
struggling?
us. Oh, I'm sure. Well, our only client, it wants us to fucking look for missing doors. We're not making any money.
That's true. Well, people pay us, right?
I don't handle that part of the. Yeah, have you been? I thought you were collecting.
No, Audie handles it all.
Ooh, I don't think. Are you sure?
She doesn't trust me with money.
Oh. I
Look, you get a credit card and you go shopping once and you spend a little too much one time and you don't get,
The great thing about credit card debt is it doesn't really matter. You just kind of keep getting it and getting it.
I mean, they're just numbers on a computer, right?
It's not
just
even
a
real. Fucking. And you know what? The whole banking system, it's crashing right down pretty soon. They're gonna. Who's gonna come collect? Trust me, I got this figured out. So just tell.
Anyways,
Artemis,
Judd, look at this door. This looks crazy. Like this is.
And she's gonna pass it back.
That doesn't look like.
Dude, can I get anything? Actually, I guess Jed's just gonna text back. Is what the fuck door is this? God damn it.
So, Jesus Christ. We kind of slash cut to a silent Diego inside the elevator as he kind of looks over at you, Artie, and you hear boom on your phone.
I'm gonna look.
Yeah, take that.
See, it's Judd. He can wait. It's not that important.
Is that a CI of yours?
No, it's one of my employees. He He's very good at what he does, but he's not very good at people. We're working on it.
Oh, so you got employees now?
Yeah, just 2.
Just the 2. That's,
Yeah,
I mean...
Gotta start bringing in cash before I can bring in more people, but eventually making contacts. Got a few contacts, and
I mean, a business with 2 employees, that sounds like, it sounds like, like Marino's blood there. He pays you the most awkward compliment ever.
Gotta, starting over and starting at the bottom and doing my own thing. It feels good, but it's a lot of work. I'm sure you know.
Well, I always said that, the cop life wasn't for you. I mean, you came from, and then and so this is an improvement. So that's my 2 cents or whatever have you. Yeah.
I wasn't effective there anymore. There's too much bullshit going on with the upper ranks and.
Well, if you're asking me, the police are rarely effective. So anything you can do that's not that is probably a step in the right direction. Plus, you work here now, so.
Yes, yeah, and that's. I don't know, both things. I just want to help people. Don't care what side of the street they're from. They just. Everybody deserves to, keep their own business running, live their lives, and all that sort of stuff. So when I saw these businesses getting hit, I don't know. It seems personal, but I can't figure out why this roving group of. She stops herself.
Well, you're like a regular bleeding heart over there, so.
Maybe my detriment may eventually be my benefit. We'll see.
Let's hope that it's this. First you left the cops, now you got your own business, you got employees. It's just upward trajectory from here. Next thing you know, you'll be working here at the offices, and then that'll be that, and then. Maybe we don't need that other job.
Right.
He hits the L button. Like, he hits the lobby button again.
Yeah, well, then, we'll see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
As the elevator, like, ding, it opens up. All right, well, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I will be in as early as I can. Yes.
All right. Well then. And then he steps out of the elevator. And then realizes that you're also there. All right.
Yep.
He continues towards the door and kind of like holds it open for you.
Yeah.
He's a 10 out of 10 dad. So, as you step outside into the cooling night air, and take a deep breath, we transition back to the car where, Judd, you kind of have the phone. There is minutes go by and there is no response. What are you and Molly doing?
Wait, we're here to just investigate this building, right?
I have no idea. You guys said the 2 of us are going to this place. And then
we're
you
staking
did
it out to see if anybody is.
Oh, we were just
coming and
staking
going.
it out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess Judd's got like some. He's started to like put together some like weird camera contraption. It starts with like some like old school like Canon like film camera.
Yeah.
And then it like stakes out into like this weird like MacGyver thing. So it like has super zoom or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's then like, you got it like that thing is like connected to some sort of like little screen so that he can like view it without having to like look through the camera. And so he's just like got it on the screen in one of the vans.
It's the most elaborate like telescope milk carton.
Exactly. Like it could literally just be like a camera like set on top of the van, but like of course it's
with
not.
A cable that goes to your laptop for you to watch
exactly.
I think Molly, like at this point, is climbing into the back seat of the car. Because he's just taken up the entire front half.
Right.
His contraptions and snacks in the seat.
Yeah.
And she's probably just like on her knees, like looking out the window every now and then back down at her phone, and like has a bag of chips next to her. Just halfway paying attention right now.
Yeah. I imagine there's like one window slightly down with just like a plume of smoke coming out of it every so often. The loud crunching from the back seat. Molly, are you doing anything on your phone, or are you just sort of playing Candy Crush? I don't know what Molly would do.
She's probably just scrolling like Instagram.
Yeah.
Hey, Molly.
What? No.
Do you see where those pretzels? I can't find the fucking pretzels anywhere.
I got
goldfish. I got potato chip. Where are the fucking pretzels?
Yeah. Here, I found them.
And she's gonna fold them back and toss it to him.
The Foley work on this show, guys. That's actually just a soundboard that I have that just says chip noises.
Is there anything going on? Like, we're just like sitting and there's just, I mean, that's kind of how a stakeout goes, right? Like, it may just be that like you wait for like 3 days and like nothing happens, but.
Yeah, like, currently, you know what? Tell me this. Where are you guys parked?
I would assume it's somewhere like, just like out of the, like, I'm imagining this is like street parking with all of these warehouses, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm imagining it would be like somewhere out of the way enough where it's like if people are driving by, it's not like they have to like you know, get out of the way for because we're like parked, but it would be like in a place where if somebody was like driving by and looked down, like the natural assumption would just be like, oh, somebody's like unloading a van or like, you know what I mean?
Yep. Okay, yeah, so currently, like, in the waning daylight, there's nothing really going on. There's, every so often a car kind of goes by, you know, there's the typical city sounds of a trash can getting kicked and a cat, you know, screeching. Every once in a while you'll hear, like, various sirens in the distance kind of going on as it gets later and later, and you guys watch this building. So really, you're here for, I mean, unless something happens, like you've probably been here for about an hour as it stands now. Most of the snacks are probably gone. But yeah, you've been here for about an hour. You have your camera set up. Molly has transitioned to the back seat. And nothing has happened at this warehouse. You did see, when you got here, you did see people leaving the warehouse. They seemed to be employees as far as you could tell. Judging by their behavior, attire, and general like demeanor, leaving the warehouse.
Well, still, presumably, when these robberies are happening, it's at night. So I guess we just probably gotta keep waiting, right?
Okay.
What do you think, Molly?
Yeah, I mean that's what I would assume. It would be kind of crazy just for them to sort of.
I mean, Jesus
this whole
fucking.
thing is kind of crazy, but I imagine it would be much harder to steal a bunch of doors and pretty girl panties, you know, during the day.
I'm right there with you. I mean, if this motherfucking guy is able to steal them all these doors in the day, and with the evil symbols and the shadow dogs with the barking, I mean. If they could do that in broad fucking daylight, I mean, we're fucked. We got no a snowball's chance in hell.
But that was inside of the warehouse, right? I mean, like.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, if they set all that up in broad daylight while everyone's at the factory or the warehouse or whatever, you get what I'm saying. There's no way we're finding them.
Then why are we out here?
Because what I'm saying is it's going to have happened at night.
Oh, yeah. No, of course. Yeah. So, you know, I mean, it's what time is it?
What I'm saying is if it happened in the day, we wouldn't be able to find them. But I don't think that these cocksuckers are that good. So we're going to be able to find them.
I mean, no,
which means it had to have happened at night.
So aggressive.
Molly, your phone says about 7:12 p.m.
Look, it's getting there. We got like what, an hour and a half to sunset?
Yeah, we just gotta wait it out. I think something's gonna happen tonight. It'll be late. It's gonna be like late.
Are these windows tinted?
I didn't. It's not my van.
I don't know whose van this is. I think you took
Isn't
Molly's car.
Yeah, I thought. No,
Molly
I thought
doesn't
we
have a
had,
car.
I thought we took one of the vans that like.
Was it a rental?
Doesn't the company like have
No,
vans?
like
I think
Artemis.
we have an SUV.
Yeah, Artemis has
Yeah.
an SUV.
Yeah.
I don't know where we got this
I
fucking
think
car then.
Was it?
Okay,
We have a van too. Sure.
We'll say that you have Artemis's SUV and she took an Uber to
Sure.
Yamashiro.
Okay, fair
I
enough.
took a town
I
car.
like,
Yeah.
almost like the idea better that we just like went to like the U-Haul to get us
Yeah.
a fucking stakeout van.
I mean, that's, you know what? Actually, that's better.
Yes,
that
that is
is
better.
that, like, if there were, like, if someone said, how did Judd and Molly go to a stakeout? That's what, they rented a car for a stakeout.
Yeah, we just fucking got one like an unmarked white van from
Yeah.
the U-Haul. Just like,
Yeah.
all right, cool.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. So the windows are not tinted. It is a white panel van that has U-Haul written on the side of it, like a moving van, like one of those like low ones that are like.
I think at some point, like we're like continuing this stakeout, nothing's happening. At some point, Jed's like leaning back. He's like, "I think I should get a van."
What kind of van would you get?
I don't know, but I need something to replace, my car, and I don't know. It's spacey.
You
And
should,
get
you know,
something
you should
cool
give
painted on the
you should get one
side.
of them like hybrid SUVs that's got like the fancy back seats that turn around to face each other. Then you could have like a table in the middle.
Yeah, but you never see cool art drawn on the side of SUV.
Yeah, but
You know.
but you could.
Do you know a guy?
I mean, I know a few girls that can do some pretty interesting things with paint.
Oh, all right. I think we're on to something. Wait a minute. For cars? Or is this... Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it translates across, across mediums.
Fuck it. You know what? How bad could it be? How bad? How bad could it be? Yeah, I
mean,
think you got...
most of the clients have been pretty impressed at the club.
That's... See... Oh, God.
It's that kind of episode, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I mean, look,
I want you guys to know that the community wants Cherry to not show up one day, so that I'm forced to have a Judd and Molly episode.
Complete.
And this is why we don't have a Judd and Molly episode.
I thought about calling in sick just to let it happen.
I would fight you.
and then showing up halfway through and be like, haha.
so, like, do you want us to make a roll to like fast forward this? Like,
Yeah.
see if we
I
figure
kind
anything out?
of, I kind of don't. Like, I'll be honest with you.
I'll just keep coming up with the random bullshit.
Like, I'm not stopping whatever this is. So
Spacey.
Jesus.
You know, look.
Christ.
Normally, I wouldn't take the painters from the club, but honestly, I've seen the guys who go in and out of that place. They're probably a lot more discerning than I am, if we're being honest. So,
I mean, there's a lot of good men that come through the club, if I'm honest with you.
right, and I mean, I'm a dirtbag, so like, yeah, I mean, how bad could it be?
We give you a bath. We could put you in one of them fancy suits.
Whoa,
you came
hey,
home
I
with
thought they were
yesterday.
painting my car.
I gotta make the introduction. You gotta,
Oh, it's like I see. They're like it's like a specialty thing. They're only,
Yeah, the girls.
only certain clients.
It's two girls. They come to the club on Thursdays.
So I mean, how would I
Thursday
get
girls.
how would I get a van inside the club though?
Thursday's ladies' night.
Do they have like a body shop that they moonlight in when they do, you know, like the
Oh, they have
the
a body
car-
shop.
I wouldn't put it past for it not to be a thing, honestly. There's a car wash.
It's like an underground. It's like underground parking, but it's called the body shop.
It's beautiful.
Oh, where these
don't
two
think
very talented female artists work their wonders with paint.
I mean, they'll also wash it for you for $50 each.
Oh,
They're mostly naked,
I mean,
Sold.
Win-win.
and the soap is colored.
well, does it clean stuff though?
Yeah, it doesn't really stain sometimes as long as your car isn't white.
Well, I mean, look, if it's clean, I mean, it sounds like they got this whole thing figured out. I mean, I gotta buy the car. Yeah, well, I don't know if I got any money. I mean, we were
Yeah,
just
we should
talking.
probably work on finding these guys and getting actually paid.
Yeah, that's
Unless you can convince Audie that it's a business expense.
well, It's a good point. We could use. Look, this rental is gonna
Yeah,
start getting
businesses
expensive.
get loans.
Yeah, we can apply for one. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm trying to not ask for too much from Artemis. I don't want her to notice that I'm living upstairs. I mean, yeah, I can't.
Wait,
I
you're
don't have
living
the
up there?
Oh yeah, what do you think happened? You remember what happened with my apartment?
But you moved in somewhere. You're
Oh, yeah, I
living
was
up
at-
there? No wonder it smells like a foot.
I was at one of those prefab hotels, you know, with like all the businesses and stuff, but they kicked me out for smoking in the rooms. So, yeah,
Well, you
I'm
know
living up there.
it's gonna kill you one day.
I mean, I have a feeling something else is gonna kill me first. Honestly,
Fair.
True. Maybe. I mean, there's
the government most likely. I mean, they'll figure out that I'm on to, you know, everything, and
under
you know,
what?
somebody like
Well, he's gonna-
Marinos or one of his.
Well, I was gonna
buddies.
turn back to looking out the window with a little spyglass.
I'm telling you, city government, those guys whack people off all the time.
Wow.
I don't know. I feel like you have a higher chance of running your non-existent car off a bridge than the government coming after you, Judd.
All right, well, maybe not the government, but big corporations.
Big Pharma wants Judd.
What are you doing that all these corporations
I'm
wanna come
on
in-
to them. I'm on to them, Molly.
Onto them with what though? With
All
what?
of it. You've seen my things and my.
I've
My
seen lots of your things.
investigation?
I was up there cleaning the other day, Judd.
Well, then you should know. You should see all of the things that I have on them. Paper trails
She's just gonna
and
turn
evidence.
and give Judd like the biggest raised eyebrows.
Like
I don't think
Okay.
the big companies care about your foot fetish, Judd.
What?
I
What?
saw the pictures. I was going through. There was stacks and stacks of these weird feet. I'm not here to judge you.
It has nothing
Saying
to do.
I
Oh
don't
my-
think the government cares about that.
Look, I'm trying to analyze patterns of the soles of feet so that I can track the tracks that people leave in the when they're in the mud burying the evidence.
Are you?
It's all part of a grand scheme. Everything in this city, it's all tied up together. And the people
know
on the
what?
top, they just keep making the money. You just
You
gotta
know what?
follow the money.
I got a business idea for you. Okay, just hear me out. Okay, it's a great idea. You could have, since you're so good at tracking, right? all these feats. It's kind of like a safari, but instead of in the jungle or in the Sahara, you could do it in the city.
Jesus fucking Christ! You haven't listened to a goddamn word of it. Forget it. Just fucking forget it.
But you're tracking all the feet.
It's
the same thing, right?
No, it's not the same thing. It's not a business. It's justice.
As you say, it's justice, and there's a slight lull in the car, you hear, ba-ding, on your phone.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll check my phone.
It's another text from Artemis. It says, "This is my new office. Charitable looking, ain't it?" Fucking foot safari.
What the hell, guys?
Judd's just gonna text back. Fucking Merinos.
So, as you sit in the back of an Uber or a town car, you hear ba-ding, and you see fucking Merinos as your response.
Yeah, meanwhile, Judd's like, I figured out the door situation. Not the main door situation, but the auxiliary door situation. The Artemis door situation. It's a new office for the charity.
Whoa, fancy.
Yeah.
Does it have a big desk? Did you see the desk?
Oh, I'm sure it's got paneled wood and way more expensive things that could go to charity that are going into the charity office, because that's how it's tax exempt. This is the kind of thing I'm talking about.
Do they soundproof rooms like that?
Of course they soundproof the rooms. Otherwise everyone will hear their scheming.
Okay, all right.
Molly, as you look out the window, slowly drifting into the thoughts of a soundproof room, you see that in the upper windows there is an occasional like flicker and flash, like there's some kind of light inside the building that is moving quickly.
Molly's gonna like get really quiet. She's gonna squint as she notices it, and is gonna watch it just for like a few seconds. And I feel like it's gonna be like a scene from the Jurassic Park where like the guy's just talking in the car and he's like, hey, Judd. Look, shh. She's gonna like grab his head and tilt it up.
And as you are turned to look, you see like a light sort of like swing by the window from inside.
I think something's in there.
We gotta go for it. I'm going in. We're going in.
I'm going in?
I
thought we were supposed to be watching. No, we're supposed to be watching, Judd.
Judd's gonna just like set up the camera, open the door, and just like I'm imagining there's he just like books it across the street and then like crouches like next to the building.
Yeah, and there's nothing there to stop you. It's about 8 p.m. now. It's a good 45 minutes of foot conversation happened. As you sprint out of this U-Haul van towards the door that still remains inside on the side of this building, and you are like crouched down. There's the door, the streets to your right hand side. You're kind of like perpendicular to that, and then alleyway. You see like a dumpster over there, and you can see the docks further down.
So Molly's gonna like, oh fucking shit, cut. Oh, okay. And she's gonna like stumble out of the car as gracefully as she can. And as she's doing that, she's also gonna text Artie.
Just running inside the building. I'm following him.
I would like to do a thing.
Okay. While you think about that, Artemis, as the town car pulls up to the Ace of Spades Detective Agency, and you close the door, you get I assume it's not your typical ba-ding. It's some kind of cute noise that Molly has put in your phone.
Yes.
Yeah. That you know this is a text from Molly, and it reads the following: Judd's running inside. I'm going after him.
Do I let them do this on their own? See what happens. Or does Art panic and go to save them? Hmm.
It's been a day.
It's been a day. I think Art's gonna go inside first. She'll text back first. If it gets bad, just call me. You don't have to talk. Just hit the call button.
Okay. What is Art doing as she walks into the building?
Putting her phone away, unlocking the door, locking it behind her, because this time of night there shouldn't be anybody coming along, and I would imagine we have like a doorbell thing in case people do come along. But my main intention with her right now is to look into the Midas holding in investments.
Okay. So I feel like there's this peaceful like ASMR scene of like the key in the door and like the lock sounds, and then you can hear your footprints walking down the empty hallway and then into the main office, and then you just kind of at the desk, followed by clickety 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 clickety. And as we get those clickities, we transition back to Molly, who has closed the door of the U-Haul, and you get a text message. If it goes bad, just call me.
Oh, jeez. Okay. And she's gonna like slip it into one of her, like, I'm sure she has like a jacket on. And I feel like she's probably wearing all black, you know, still in heels as usual.
Of course.
And is gonna like crouch down low and like towards Judd.
Yeah, so Judd's like rummaging in one of like his like shitty Carhartt jacket pockets, and he's gonna come out with the like now dead Sparks.
Okay.
And I want to reactivate Sparks and send him up to like peer in the window.
Okay.
And do some recon for him.
So roll me a change the game.
Cool. So I still have life from fire and clay.
Yep.
That's how I had created Sparks.
Yep.
I have fire of creation and destruction and father of invention.
I'll take it.
Time to use some magic powers.
Also, Molly, I just pictured you in like black leggings and like a nice black top that has like the belt around the middle. It's completely fashion forward, but not. It's just happened to be all black, and that's the stealth outfit you had.
Oh yeah,
With black
that's
heels.
big.
That's a good one. Okay, so one is to create the story tag of Sparks, or to reactivate Sparks. Then you have 2 more juice, so you can make 2 more story tags. You can make the story tag last longer.
Yes. Sorry, I gotta look at my options because I can do extra stuff because I have the 10.
Yeah, so you can you can create it on the story tag, burn a power tag or story tag, which there aren't any in play right now. Give or reduce a status. You can scale up the effect to make it a wider range, prolong the effect to make it last longer, or hide the effect entirely.
Would I have to scale up to get the whole like layout of this? Like if it's looking through the window, I want to just like get the whole layout of the room. Would I? I'll
say scaling it up will give it like a pulse, right? Because what it is, it's basically like a freaking firefly, right, or a dragonfly. So it just has the 2 cameras. So the cameras could move around and see everything, but if you want to give like a boom and you can like see how many bodies are in here, kind of thing.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So basically, like when we're scaling up, it's basically giving it more like sensors instead of just the camera.
For Sparks, yeah.
Yeah. I like that. Cool. So I'll scale up, and I will hide the effect for my other 2.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you pull this thing out and you begin to like spark some wires together.
Counts as a 2 tag. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. It's now a 2.
No, it's a 1. It's a 1 tag, but it can see more. It has a greater area of effect.
Got it. Okay.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, you pull something out of your pocket. You kind of give a couple snaps, and a little spark happens, and then you throw this little helicopter up, and it to the top of the windows. And what are you trying to do with Sparks?
Yeah, I wanna just like, because we saw the little light in the room before I just like bust in through this door. I want to get a recon. I want to see what's inside.
Okay. So roll me investigate.
Oh shit! I didn't do I let me redo that.
Yeah.
Because I cheated.
Yep. And just remember, if you activate Sparks as one of your tags, he'll be out of play mechanically, but still there narratively.
Yeah. This is what I want to use them for.
Yep.
So I get 1 for having Sparks. I can use. Does Father of Invention still apply with what I'm doing?
I'm gonna say no because it applied to the last roll.
Sure. I have Seasoned Investigator.
I'll take that one.
I have
Sparks.
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so I already counted that. So I have 2.
Yep.
I think that's all I got.
Okay, roll it.
9, not bad.
Okay, so that is a mild success. All right, let's see what you got. So you have 2 clues you're gonna ask me.
Okay, so I guess like what's inside the warehouse? Like what's causing the light?
Yeah. So what do you have to view Sparks through? You have like a little laptop?
I'm imagining he's got his on his phone.
Okay, perfect, yeah. So you kind of send Sparks up there. He gets into position. There's actually like a small crack in one of the windows, and he's able to kind of get in there. And you, on your phone, you see that cool sci-fi, right? That radar readout. And you see that there are a bunch of crates. There's clothing racks here. It's essentially like a like a Target warehouse, right? It's got like clothing, boxes, all kinds of stuff. And you see that there are 10 bodies in here, moving around.
Can I like see any details about them, or is it like dark?
It's dark. You see that there are flashlights moving around. There are 5 flashlights to the 10 bodies. There's no audio. I don't think. Was there audio on Sparks? I don't remember.
I don't think so.
Yeah, and you can see that Sparks is kind of like flitting about, trying to like. But from the high vantage point he's at, these are small people.
Okay. My second clue I would like to use. Is there anything that Judd would notice as like signs of people, like awakened folks, like any kind of signs of magic-y bullshit?
Interesting. You know what? Yeah, we hit a corruption bar. Why not? So Judd, as you are holding your phone out, and because corruptions are always fun, Molly, as you get over to Judd, you see him holding a phone, and you see, because of like the way the light's hitting, the way he's crouched, there's a tattoo that you could not see previously underneath this phone that he's kind of holding, this star-shaped tattoo. And as he's like examining the phone, you see the tattoo like glow bright red. Judd, you don't see that at all, but you do see one of the people in the phone glow bright red.
Okay, Judd's gonna try to sneakily get through this door and get into the warehouse.
Okay.
Is this safe, Judd? Is this safe? Did you see that? That guy's... This tattoo is glowing.
Wait, what?
As you pull your sleeve down, you can see that the bright red is receding, and you no longer see bright red. But as you kind of like look up, you can see like shadows move, and like you can see like there's something in the water that just like, and then the water kind of goes very still. For a second, you're seeing things that couldn't possibly be there. But as the color fades in the tattoo, it kind of goes back to normal.
Yeah. Judd is gonna keep going outside.
Okay. Molly,
It'll be fine. It's gonna be fine.
Molly, what are you doing?
So the cat. Molly is she's very nervous because I don't think she's really done anything like this without art around. So she's crouched behind Judd, or like kind of like behind beside, and she's probably like holding onto his arm and trying her best to peek over at his phone, and is gonna follow him in as he decides to go in.
You would see like a wireframe kind of like overview of what you assume to be the interior, and you see people moving around in there. Like he has some kind of digital readout of the interior. That being said, I need both of you to roll me a sneaking around.
Sneaky. Okay. I have the Maconian trick.
I'll take it. I can see how that applies.
I have seasoned investigator. Sneaking around.
Okay, stretch, but I'll buy that one.
I think that's all I got.
All right. So roll yours, and then Molly, what do you have for stealthiness for a sneaking around?
I'm gonna use flexible.
I'll take it.
Speed.
I'll take it.
And can I use exotic dancer?
How?
In the way that she is able to move her body very fluidly as she sneaks.
Okay. Stretch, but I'll take it.
Why not?
So both of you roll me a sneaking around, one with a 2 and one with a
Oh,
3.
yeah!
This guy, look at this guy.
Judd's the sneak master.
Okay. All right, we have successful nighttime sneaks. Perfection. Okay, so yeah, so it's your scene. The door opens without a creak, and you are able to slip inside this door. What are you guys doing?
Molly's gonna pull out her phone and start recording video.
Okay.
I'm just gonna try to hold it at hip height.
Okay. Molly, you notice immediately the whole place is dark except for the beams of flashlight that you see. So you are, by and large, recording a dark room, but you are still recording. It'll pick up sounds and flashlights.
Judd is trying to like sneak over to the people. He wants to like spy on whatever's going on.
Okay. What you can see as you kind of get in and now have like a worm's eye view, as it were, these small people, they are children, and they are pushing boxes out of the way and pushing like the rolling clothing carts or the hanger carts. They're moving everything out of the center of this place in a way that seems significant and reminiscent of the other warehouse that you were inside. Something about the center point of this. They're not talking, and you see that they're in pairs of 2, one with a flashlight, one without, helping move. That's why the beams are kind of going everywhere when they like tuck in a flashlight and move a box or roll a thing. But it is dead silent. And
I see this sword kid.
I was going to say, as you are kind of like creeping in with your 2 successes, both of you, you both see all of this. You also see in the back of the room where you saw the red person, Judd, there is a kid there. And he's just standing there and he's leaned up against the wall.
I want to get to him. I want to get to like, wait, he's leaning up against the wall or the box? Like the, is it like a wall within the warehouse, or is it one of like the exterior
It's
walls?
a wall. Yes, it's an open warehouse. So
Okay.
the farthest away from you wall. If you're at the front of the building, he's at the back of the building, leaning against the wall, watching in much the same way that you guys are watching these guys work.
Then I would like to get as close as I can to him without being like directly in his line of sight. I want to literally like sneak up on this kid.
Okay. Yeah, you got a 2. Molly got a 3. Yeah, I think, yeah, okay. So there's 10 kids moving around, pushing boxes, so the 2 of you narrate me through this. You guys have to, what the hell's that movie with Sean Connery and Catherine Zeta-Jones? You have to get your way through this warehouse, so tell me how you do it.
Man, I'm imagining it's like a stealth video game. Where,
Yeah.
like, they just have those flashlights, and we have to like platform our way. Like, there's like one moment where like Judd like awkwardly climbs up the box, and like I'm imagining Molly like very gracefully follows by.
Just lightly.
Maybe like because I used the Maconian trick as like part of my sneaking. There's like one time where like a flashlight is like one of the groups is like moving towards us, and so like Judd like quickly like grabs some like loose hanger or something and like throws it off, and it causes this clattering noise, and they turn the other way, and
Yeah.
Like if a light does that, Molly also like in the flexible side of her roll is able to just like bend backwards. Like
yeah, there's like one time where like the light is passing over, and she just like
yeah. It's very Spy Kids.
Very much, yeah. Entrapment, that's the movie with Catherine Zeta-Jones and the red beams and shit.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
So you two wend and weave and whatever through, and you make your way towards the back wall, right? So let's say from the door you entered, you're basically at the corner against that wall, the corner of that wall where it meets the back wall. So you're about 10, maybe 12 feet from this kid who's leaning against the wall, who hasn't noticed you. The two of you are kind of in the corner, parallel to him.
I want to. I can't remember. Did we agree? Didn't Artemis like want both Judd and Molly at one point to like carry some kind of weapon? Wasn't that something we went over like when they first?
We talked about Judd having a gun.
And then Judd didn't want it though.
Yeah, Judd didn't want the gun.
Yeah, okay. So then he's gonna put his like fingers in his jacket, right? So like he's like pretending he has a gun. And then he's gonna like press it up against this kid, and he's gonna be like, "All right, kid, don't fucking move, you little fucking shit. You got a lot of goddamn questions for you, motherfucker. Coming with me."
I like that through all the bending and weaving and coat hangers, Molly still has her phone recording Judd cussing out a child. Okay. Roll me a convince, Judd.
Okay. Well.
Oh no.
I have take the bait.
Okay. And
does the Maconian trick apply again here? Because I have a fake fucking gun.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. Let me see. Do you have...
Humanity's champion? This guy's like enslaving all these kids?
I mean, you think that. You don't know that.
Well, is that enough for me to use the power tag, Mike?
Let's see here. Man, I don't think any of your fucking negatives apply here.
Traitor to the gods, maybe?
No. You know what? Ceaseless torment applies.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. So roll that. I think it's.
So do I get humanity's champion?
I don't think
so.
Okay,
that's fine. So I'm rolling with a 1.
Yeah, you have a +2 minus 1.
I'm imagining like to bring that weakness tag in is like as like Judd is saying this, there's like one of those moments where Prometheus is like starting to take over, right? And so like he just like gets this stabbing pain in his gut, and like he's like a headache coming on where he's like starting to like get like this other entity pressing into his consciousness.
Yeah. And as soon as you feel that, you can see the glow on your wrist of that tattoo.
Awesome. That's an 8.
That is, in fact, an 8. Let's see here.
Can I get help? Oh no, it's too late.
Too late.
I got a help tag from Molly, so I'm not sure. what that does.
What
help.
is Molly would have to spend one in advance.
I
The
can
help
help
tag
her.
is you can help her. Molly, what are you doing in this situation? You see Judd cussing out a person. He has his hand in his pocket. Seems to have pulled a gun. What are you doing besides recording?
Molly is kind of like slipped back into the dark.
Yeah.
Of like it's like probably leaning against some books, looking at Judd like he's fucking insane. Because this is very reckless, and Molly's getting a little like doesn't want to kidnap a child. That's in her head. She's like, that's a lot of jail time, and Artie would be very disappointed in me. And I've really been working on not disappointing Artie. And so she's slicked back and she's watching to see what happens. If they, she'll follow along if they're able to start making their way out.
Mm-hmm.
Judd has abandoned us before, so I don't know.
Judd plays by his own rules.
Mhm.
Okay, so you got an 8 on your roll, so that's a mild success. You see the kid put his hand up and just kind of like look to you and he says, "Yeah, mister, no problem. I'll come with you."
All right. We're getting out of this warehouse. You're going to answer some questions. Well, shit.
"Yeah, no problem, sir. That's fine."
All right. Slowly now.
Yeah.
Does Molly recognize this kid at all?
Now that you're this close to him, it's the kid from the tape.
Yeah.
It's the kid from the tape that had the big guy standing behind him.
So yeah, Judd's gonna try to like get behind him and like lead him out with his fake finger gun.
Yeah.
While he's doing this, can Molly look around and see if anyone has noticed?
Yeah. I mean, that's. I wouldn't even have to make a roll for that one. Everyone has stopped. You see, all of the beams of the flashlight are now pointing towards you guys. It's like Judd has a spotlight as he's walking towards the front of the building.
Is Molly still? Is she in the dark, hidden?
Yeah. So it's basically like the kid, Judd, Molly, and all of the flashlights are pointed towards like the feet of Judd and this kid. So like they're kind of in light, and you're like just outside the light circle.
Okay. Molly's gonna call Art and stick her phone in her pocket.
Okay. So you hit end on the video. You hit boop on your phone, and then bring. And we'll transition back to the Ace of Spades Detective Agency. Artemis, you have been click-clacking away on your keyboard, attempting to find some information. What are you doing?
I'm looking into what this company is, where they're from, if they actually are Greek, if they have a list of their businesses anywhere. Basically anything I can find on the surface, a name or names of who runs the place.
Yeah. Roll me and investigate.
I get to roll. Picking tags for this one is hard.
Yeah.
Let's
see. What do you have for negatives?
I'm thinking enforce the law.
Okay.
I want to invoke photographic memory in case there's something I see that I've seen before. You could say no to that one.
I don't think it applies here because you're looking for new information and you have none.
Yeah. I don't feel like getting to the suspect's head applies.
Let's see here. You have I think it might just be enforce the law.
Yeah. This is usually Judd's job.
Usually being the aggressor is your job, and now we're switching roles here. We're switching roles here.
And I miss. This website sucks.
You did. Yeah. So you begin to
just download a virus.
Yeah. You click, and you can't find anything. You find the company website, but it's like the main page that's like, oh, we are a holding company, right? It's like super generic, right? It's like it's like the lorem ipsum of websites. And you find like an about page, which has nobody on it, and you have a contact page, which is one of those like put your email, your thing, and in a blurb, and we'll get back to you, kind of thing. And all the search results you come up with, they aren't
Nothing exciting.
There's nothing here. That's the one thing you find is like there's no trail of this business. It's not mentioned in news articles. It's not mentioned in like Forbes or USA Today. It's not.
Nah.
There's no mentions of this business.
He said it was small.
Yep.
And he made a phone call, so all this makes sense. I think Art's gonna put her detective email in there because if they are, having the trouble that we know they're having, maybe they'll find that interesting. So she's gonna stick it in there and see if she gets a response at any point.
Okay.
What else could it hurt at this moment?
So as serendipitously time is, you hit enter and then your phone starts to ring in the Molly ringtone.
I'm gonna answer it by just like tapping my ear thing to see what I can hear, and I'm already headed towards the door.
Now, Molly, you called and then put the phone in your pocket?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
So I assume as soon as you like double tap your earpiece, you hear like "Come on, kid!" You hear a clear Judd and some level of harassment towards another human being is what you hear as you make your way out to realize that you don't have an SUV and that you need to Uber again.
No, she does have the SUV.
Oh, that's right. You do have the SUV. That's right. I forgot the U-Haul scene. Jesus. So
it's an important part of this episode. Okay,
it really was.
So I have another important question. Did
yes.
Judd leave the keys in the rental?
I mean, Judd didn't say he didn't. He did say he bolted out of the car. So I'm going to assume
say that.
I'm going to assume the keys are in there.
Okay.
In the driver's side, in the seedy part of the dock town. Not that that's means anything. If there was a second corruption bar. So, Judd, you begin literally, pointedly shoving this kid back there as you are spotlit by the remaining 10 people in here. Molly, what else are you doing behind there? You have the phone in the pocket. You're kind of slunk in the shadows behind them. Are you doing anything actively, or are you just kind of following and hoping to not draw attention?
Okay, Molly's trying to think what she can do because this is about to go like south, especially after like what she saw in the video, like of the big guy. And she's also not keen on fighting children. She does have some morals laid in the
some morals. You sure you don't want to murder a kid?
Yeah,
don't think of them as children. Just think of them as little people.
Well, no, that doesn't work for her. I don't know if there's going to be a big enough distraction that she could create to get Judd away with the kid. But
I mean, from what you can see, these kids are trained on this guy.
Uh-huh. There's boxes around her, right? Are they like pallets? Are they big?
There are some on pallet jacks. There's no like equipment in here to move stuff. There's a lot of like clothing racks and that kind of thing, but everything seems to have been pushed towards the walls to clear out the middle of the room.
Okay, so we're near a wall. If Molly's like leaned against hiding.
You're leaving the wall basically. As the kid was leaning against the wall, Judd came up, and now Judd's leading the kid towards the middle of the room. You're the closest to the rear wall of the building.
Okay, I don't know what move this would be, but is there a way that like I imagine Molly's her instinct will kick in on wanting Judd and this kid to get away because it seems very important. She also doesn't want to see Judd die, as smelly as he is. They've bonded over snacks now. They're friends for life.
Yep. That's what it takes.
So I imagine like she's gonna try and climb up on top of some of these crates or pallets with boxes. And is there a way that she could almost like use maybe some of her extra oomph of wind and a bit of force and strength to push over like just a bunch of these boxes in between Judd and the other kids.
Yes. Let's see. What would that be? I think that would be a change the game.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I feel like that's what it would be. Let me double check here. Change the game. You know what? I think it's a take the risk. Because you don't know the outcome that could happen here. You have an intent is to push boxes to separate where Judd is from these kids. It could go very awry. So yeah, do a take the risk, and let's see, what are you rolling for take the risk?
Okay. So I want to use. I'm going to use flexible. Can I use flexible again? Since she's climbing up these.
I think your ultimate goal is to push a box, so I don't think flexible applies in that sense. The challenge is pushing a heavy box, not
Seemingly
making
delicate.
the climb. Seemingly delicate, I'll take. I will take that one.
Untapped rage.
I'll take that one as well. And
I don't think I have anything else that would.
yeah, I think that's it for those two. Let me see. You know what? You're tapping into some rage. You're tapping into some. Yeah, I think the exerted force that you need to push this box is going to tap into your bloodthirst. So you can mark your weakness tag of bloodthirsty.
Okay.
And then roll that a +2 -1. Change the. Oh no! What? Sorry, it was a take the risk. 7. Mild success. Okay, let's see what happens here. That was close. That was close. That was close. On a 7 to 9, things get messy. I will offer you a hard bargain or an ugly choice. The way the box falls, this is your choice, will either separate Judd from the kid or land on one of the kids. You get to choose.
Why am I laughing? That's such a fucked up choice.
Listen, you brought foot porn and paint things into the
wow.
show,
And
so
child
now
abuse is a whole other level. No.
I mean, we know they hurt people.
I mean, you know that at least one of them hurt somebody.
Yeah.
I think the box is gonna land on the kid.
Okay.
That seems more likely of something to happen because I don't think she'd be trying to push the boxes towards Judd.
Yeah, my thought was like it pushed and then like hit other things, and that's the way it like plinkoed down.
I don't imagine this is like a killing blow of a box.
I mean, who knows? Who knows? Are you gonna stick around and find out? So you push this box, and you know, as it begins to tip, Judd, you hear that like of like wood scraping on wood, and with your finger guns to this kid's back, you see a shadowy figure dump a box, and you see a bunch of the flashlights kind of go all over the place, and then you see one of the flashlights kind of like skitter to the floor and roll, followed by "Ah, God, ah, ah," as you hear this box kind of crush and crack and break.
I think like Judd's trying not to like. He's like every now and then he's like kind of rubbing his head, trying to get rid of this like headache. And then this like smashing noise happens. He's like, Jesus, what the? All right, kid, just keep going. It's real fucking serious.
Okay. The kid continues. No problem, mister. No problem at all. He seems completely calm about the entire situation and begins to, still hands up, walk through. You see that a couple of the kids have gone over and are trying to like lift the box off and grab this kid out who has like his lower half underneath a heavy box.
Judd's just like, what the fuck are you thinking, Molly?
As you begin to make your way towards the door. Molly, are you following them? What are you doing?
How tall is this stack of boxes that Molly's on?
Now probably 15 feet as you push the highest box off.
Is there like a railing or something that she could maybe climb up to or jump to? Because I don't think that she would think it would be any way safe now for her to come just climb down from this place where she just dumped these boxes.
There's no catwalk in this building because it's clothing and they didn't really need like a crane to move stuff. So I don't think there is in this scenario. You could do your best to get down on the opposite side, like closest to the wall where you wouldn't be seen, but that would be a sneaking around roll. Or you just jump down in the middle.
No, we're gonna just sneaking around.
Okay. Roll me some sneaking around.
Okay.
I am gonna give you a -1 called alert for this because you did just toss a box at somebody.
To be done. I'm gonna use speed.
Okay. Flexibility would work in this case.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think I have anything else that would.
Okay. So +2, and then add a -1 to that, and then give me that roll. Great success. Okay, great. Yeah. Describe how you slink down into the shadows like the criminal you are.
No criminal. Okay. Sometimes things just have to happen to get to the good end result.
Sometimes
No. So I think almost like in true spy fashion, especially with her current outfit, she kind of just slinks down these boxes like as quickly and quietly, almost like a cat backing out of like a dark space, like just very like fluidly moving down these boxes into the dark, away from these kids. And I think that she's going to try and like skirt around the edge back into the darkness up away to make her way towards an exit.
Okay. Yeah, so you make your way, you kind of like around towards where Judd is moving to. Judd, you are approaching the door. Again, this kid's hands are up, up in the air. Yeah, no problem, sir, no problem. And as you approach the door and you can kind of see out of your periffs, Molly is kind of coming up against the wall towards where you guys are. The door, boop, is gone. It is a solid wall.
Judd's just like, God damn it.
Oh no, what happened?
You know exactly what fucking happened.
I have no idea. I was just in here stealing clothes and you put a gun on me, so I don't know, sir.
You've been making all the goddamn doors in this place disappear.
Why would I make doors disappear? That doesn't even make any sense.
I don't know. That's why I'm here to figure it out.
Who?
First you make the doors disappear, then you take all the stuff.
Am I like a magician in this story?
I don't know about you're some kind of magic.
Man, I don't think I would be living on the streets if I was some kind of magic. Like, I've read Harry Potter. He made it pretty good.
How'd you get all this stuff out?
Get all what stuff out?
Of the buildings.
We used that door.
That you stole.
And he points to the overhead garage door.
I thought all the doors were gone.
Nope, just the one like single door in front of you. We just hit the green button and the chain lifts the door. You know how garage doors work?
What about the other warehouses?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do, you fucking...
The whole time, yes, you do, you fucking shit, is going off in Artemis's ear as she drives the SUV towards the docks.
God damn it, Judd, they're children.
You know exactly what you're talking about. You're gonna tell me what's up.
Ceiling?
Everything comes back to you, kid. I've got whole files full of stuff that I can take you right down. So just fess up now.
Where we fucking fess up now? Where would you take me, sir?
The police. I would arrest you.
Oh, you're a police officer?
In a manner of speaking.
Like I'm a wizard.
No, well, I don't know. Stop trying to play mind games.
So
with me
while they're
tell me-
talking and
tell me
arguing
about your
this,
theft.
are
Molly,
and
please.
Molly's hiding. Are the kids coming towards them? Have they?
No, you saw like a group of the kids have been lifting the box and getting their friend out, and the other kids have picked up the flashlights and kind of are now like looking for you guys. And now
Are they
the
by
voices.
the other entrance?
Nope, they're all at the center of the room still.
Okay. Like Molly's doing or it's the first time I'm doing all these rolls tonight. Can Molly? I want to roll again. I kind of want Molly to come in and like snatch them both up.
Mm-hmm.
And start as quickly as possible, like pulling them towards the large exit. Like,
Yeah.
even if she like comes up and like puts her hand around this kid's like mouth, like maybe her whole arm, like just come and like covering his mouth and like almost like scooping this kid up to like run with him.
Yeah. Yeah. So you like leap out of the shadows as Judd's kind of going off. You scoop the kid and you hear like oh yeah, no problem. As you got to grab, you kind of like bump Judd, who still has like the flashlight light out.
Fucking move, Judd.
And you two make your way towards the closed garage bay door.
I guess so.
Okay. He did point to a control mechanism that has an up and down arrow. He indicated that's exactly how you open it.
Yeah, I'll open it.
Okay. So Judd, as soon as you take Molly's lead and you begin to run over there, you hit the green up arrow and then boop, the garage door is gone. How did...
Hate to see it.
All right.
Fucking Jerry.
Put the kid down, Molly. We're gonna have to do this here.
Oh man, how did you make the second door disappear? That was really cool.
Don't you fucking start with me, you fucking damn it! You're making the doors disappear.
So loud in Artemis's ear.
I'm having to teeter so much of not wanting to harm a child. How to play this out. So are there windows at the
there
top?
are windows at the top.
Are there
Without a ladder,
her
there's no
hand
way
back
there.
on this kid's like mouth and look and see if there's any ladders or anything.
Unless you find an extension ladder, like to elevate yourself, there is no built-in ladders up to those windows. They seem to be like for ventilation.
I swear to God, kid, if you pretend that you ask somebody else about making the doors disappear one more
Judd.
time, you're
She's gonna clamp her other hand on Judd's mouth.
You're fucking screaming. Like it.
Someone draw this.
Shut
Please.
the fuck up, Judd, please. Be quiet. Okay? We gotta find a way out of here. We can't do this here. You see all those fucking kids? You see this kid right here? Okay? I've seen this kid before.
And she's gonna like try and like mime like their shoulders like big.
Yeah, we saw this kid. He's in charge of everything. He's the.
So we need to get out of here quietly. You see all those other fucking kids?
Just because it doesn't move her, smack her hand against this kid's head.
Well, how do we get out with no doors?
Can you rig anything? Can you make some kind of fucking mechanical ladder, some shit to one of those windows? Can you cut through this? Judd, you're the good one that's good with your fingers when it comes to electronics here.
We get a lift. I don't. You know what? But just fucking try to get. I've got something. I got something for this. Judd's just gonna try to go up to the door, or where the door used to be.
Which one? The single person door or the garage door?
The closer one.
Okay.
And I would like to just melt a hole through the wall.
Okay, well, it is cement. So let's see what happens here. I think this would be, man. Phew.
And I think, just to give a little narrate, I mean, maybe me narrating it will help you come
Sure.
up with what it is. But I think like Judd, he's like still got this like throbbing headache, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, I got something. He's got like an idea that's like half formed in his head, and as he's like walking towards the wall, he's like, as he's like taking those couple steps, he like kind of stands up a little bit straighter, and we see that kind of like little cocksure smirk appear on his face, and the light in his eye changes a little bit, and as he finishes approaching the wall, he just kind of chuckles and looks around the room, and it's just like he's like, as he's like setting his hand on the wall to just like make it like combust with this heat of the gods, this godly inferno, he will just kind of be surveying the area and go, wow, he managed to get you all into all sorts of trouble this time, eh?
In that case,
yeah, go ahead.
In that case, I think this is a significant stop holding back, which is the lower of the stop holding backs.
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
Let's see. The MC will tell you the sacrifice it will take from you. What will this sacrifice take from you?
I'm imagining, if anything, it's taking more of Judd's humanity, right? Like this is him letting like what I'm kind of imagining is like what's happening is like there's this conflict of consciousness, right? And it's like the more Judd leans into the power, the more Judd leans into the things that the mythos are giving him, the more room he's just giving the mythos to take over and to be in charge.
I like that. However, too easy, Judd. Too easy. The price you will pay for this is that others will know you exist.
Oh, I like that equally well, if not better.
Yep.
Yeah, like somebody else who's looking for mythoses in the city is gonna go is gonna figure out that Prometheus has appeared in the city somewhere.
Yep. So with this situation, you have one logo, so you roll with a +1 on this ability. So let us see what happens.
Do we have this on here? Oh yeah, it's a cinematic mirror. Right?
Yep. Yeah, you got to switch your thing. Okay, 10.
Oh,
Hot.
nice.
Damn. Did that work? You have a power. You're missing a power.
Oh, so it should be an 11. I'm sorry, I thought it automatically did.
That's
it
okay.
For stop holding back.
That's okay. Cool. So a 10. Yeah. So describe the scene.
Yeah. So Prometheus steps forward and he says this as he's putting his hand up, and. To kind of play off the theme you were going with, I'm imagining like that tattoo is just glowing, red hot.
Yeah.
And I think like in the past we've seen kind of that white heavenly flame kind of emit from Judd, but I think this time it's more like he's like waking up some sort of dormant fire that's like within the cement and the concrete, and it's like the volcanic activity kind of waking up within within it. So it just basically starts just like melting from the inside out and just forms like this nice perfect door.
Yeah, like oozes down and sort of
right.
It becomes like molten slag stairs, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We get that effect on the sides where it's like cooling rapidly as it like forms this perfect square.
Yeah. What I would like now. So first of all, for you, mark fade or crack on one of your themes. You get to choose. Actually, I think it would be Corrupt City.
Yeah, that's
based on your description. What I would like is for Cherry to describe the opposite of that as you pull up in the SUV and see a building with no doors and then a red hot light in the wall.
Yeah. she's gonna. I feel like she's gonna be attracted to the light regardless
Mhm.
because of the first place, the first warehouse. Um, hey, she's got her gun out. She's not pointing at anything, and she's approaching. I would imagine even before I get there, I hear the crackling on my phone.
Yeah. Yep.
Like I hear it and I'm like, what the fuck? And then I see the light. I'm gonna hang up on Molly, obviously, because I don't need to hear the crackling twice.
Yep.
And run over to the wall. And I imagine it like
Yeah,
it's
when you
like
get within 10 feet of it, it's hot.
it's hot, yeah. And I try to move to the like side of it, but in my eyes it's like slightly ovalish, and it gets really red, and then it starts crumbling from like the top down.
Yeah. Yes. I am going to make
All like magma-y.
100%. I am going to make a fun little soft MC move. I think in the excitement of seeing all of this, there are gasps abound. And Molly, this is the first time you've seen anything like this, right? Is that a correct assumption?
Yeah. It's crazy.
I feel like your hand slips off the kid's mouth. And as the goo begins to like and bubble down, like you hear all the, oh, what's going on from behind you. And as it like finishes, you see this clear picture of Artemis, like gun down at a low ready, standing a few feet away, like looking in shock. And then all three of you hear, I wish I had some friends. And that's where we'll end this episode of Paradise City.
Same, kid.
I wish I had some friends. God damn it. I fucking knew it.
Did you know it? Did you know?
It was on my list of suspicions.
Yeah. But what kind is the question? So, with that lore drop, let's go around, do our introductions, do a quick after show, get the hell out of here, and we will see you all next week. So we'll start with Kitty. Who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? What are you up to?
Hi, I'm Kitty, Awkward Kitty Inc. on Twitch, Twitter, everywhere. I make lots of art, lots of emotes, character art for tabletop and D&D characters as well. So check me out. Hit me up.
Hell yeah. Sam, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? What are you up to?
I am Sam, twitch.tv/WizardFool, Twitter @TheWizardFool. That's probably the better place because I don't do anything on my Twitch. I am on Oath of Endosteel on Sundays, which is a Battletech show that releases on AP Gaming Reels YouTube, and you can get early episodes on the Patreon. And other than that, I got nothing because I'm back to school and grinding now. So
Hell yeah.
you may not see much of me in the near future.
But hey, higher learning and all that.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. But, it means less RPGs.
Less fun. We'll jump over to, last but not least, Cherry. Who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? What are you up to?
Cherry Babam on Twitch, Cherry Babam7 on Twitter. Getting back into some more RP stuff, mostly GTA right now. Getting back into the nurse stuff and the criminal coming back to the game, figuring out what to do with her big ticket. So that's some fun stuff. And some tarot coming up sometime this weekend.
Hell yeah. Super dope. With that, thank you for being here. Thank you for the Corruption Bar. Join us on Patreon. Join us in the Discord. If you want the after show, Patreon is how you get it. We will see you all next week. So yeah, from all of us to you guys, bye-bye.